Hi folks, I'm Judd. I'm a professional astrologer with 35 years consultative experience, and these are my astrological forecasts for each sign of the zodiac for the year 2014. Enjoy. And this is the astrological forecast for the sign of Cancer for the year of 2014. It's a real paradox, the first half of 2014, because in certain ways this year is looking excellent, and in other ways it's looking completely and utterly crazy. Some of you are really under the microscope. On the one hand, Pluto is opposing the Sun of those of you born July 3, 4, 5, and over the coming year you are going to find a kind of intensity and inner darkness that's going to certainly scare you a little bit, but also make you realise how invulnerable you are and how much you can actually cope with when your back's against the wall. You will have to deal with one or two psychological depths inside yourself, and if you don't, then these challenges will then come from the outside world. So it's better to deal with it in yourself rather than have to deal with other people. Similarly, Uranus is going to be directly challenging the horoscopes of those of you born July 4, 5, 6, 7, possibly 8, as Uranus squares your Sun. And this is going to bring a year of relative unpredictability, instability, uncertainty, change. It's not a year, if you're born in the first, say the period of the 3rd to the 8th of July, it's not a year for making long-term plans or decisions. It's not a year for taking chances, and it is a year for basically surfing the tides of change as they flow through your life and not getting thrown out the boat, but making sure that you're just flexible enough to adapt to ever-changing circumstances. Much of the second half of 2013 brought a great deal of larger-than-life and over-the-top circumstances, and these are still playing themselves out in the first couple of months of the year, during which time nothing should be taken for granted or assumed as being finalised. It is as Jupiter, retrograding Cancer at the start of the year, stands still at the end of February and starts moving forward again, that you will start to see developments in terms of the real world and the material world. This will primarily affect those of you born July 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, over the period of March, April, early May. But really, by the time Jupiter's picking up speed in Cancer, and by the time it's into late April, early May, things are really beginning to lighten up. It's almost like post-surgery stitches being pulled, wounds still being sore and raw, but real growth beginning to happen. And certainly the more most of you get into the end of April, through to the time that Jupiter then leaves Cancer, which will be mid-July. So you're looking at the last week of April and all the weeks of May and June and the first half of July. So basically you're looking at a 13 or 14 week period where Jupiter is rocketing through your sign, free of the influence of Uranus and Pluto, suggesting that late April to mid-July is the best time for growth and expansion, whether that be in terms of birth, childbirth, or financial growth, or residential expansion, or professional development, but growth and expansion that there's been since 2002. So windows of opportunity will be there. Take them, you'll be fine. Don't take them, you lose nothing. Travel is definitely an option. Neptune is smiling on those Cancerians born in June, late June. If you're one of those Cancerians born around, say, June 26 to June 29, you're going to be finding that this coming year brings a much greater degree of subtlety, aestheticism, gentility, refinement, more compassion, more intuition. That's lovely. And Saturn is actually spending quite a lot of time working really well with you. If you're one of those Cancerians born from July 7, 8, maybe 8, 9, through to July 12, 13, 14, then you're in a very good space over the first half of this year to bring a great deal more consistency, steadiness, structure and stability into your professional and financial circumstances. And this should be enhanced. And those people born at the end of Cancer, from perhaps July 15 onwards, you're going to find that October, November, early December, very good time for you to actually consolidate your gains. And to perhaps, I don't know, there's something there around the end of the year for those people around I'm not taking the money and run or liquidating, but capitalising financially. But that's in October, November. All in all, it looks a very good year. It's just that all of the hard work of the year is going to be done in the first 4 months. And it's not really the first 2 months. There are perhaps 2 specific times where if there's going to be challenge, this is when you'll see them. And this is going to be the first week of January, first few days of January, and also the period of the middle 10 days of April. And if you're going to get your buttons pushed in any areas of your life, and you will already have seen the examples of this in the latter part of 2013, then these are the 2 dates that will happen. By the time you are into this last week of April, you should feel that 75 to 80% of the challenges of 2014 are already past. As far as 2014 goes, Cancer, continue to protect yourself and have a shielded but productive year. There you go, folks. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that was helpful and fun. Big thank you to all those people who have supported me over 2013, and I will continue to do my best to bring astrology to the world in 2014. My philosophy is clear. Astrology should be free. However, if you wish to make a small donation, there is a donate button. It keeps these videos going. So thanks, have a great year, and I'll be here all year. See ya, bye.